Hi everybody, my name is Amanda with the Reform Alliance. I am here with my cousin Reagan.
Hi.
Reagan has a bachelor's degree in nutrition and is pursuing a career to be a dietitian. So with schools being closed and everyone stuck at home, we wanted to share a yummy recipe for you to try. It's called Egg in a Basket. So Reagan's gonna walk me through how to make this. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. And we're going to get started.
There you go.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so egg in a basket is a meal that I learned to make when I was 10. My mom taught me how to make it, and it's been one of my favorites ever since. So the things you are going to need is a skillet or a griddle, and you're going to need a stove to cook it on. You're going to need bread, butter, and an egg. Also, you're going to need a small tool in the shape of a circle. We chose to use this small mason jar, but you can use whatever you want. You're just going to need that later on. There you go. Okay, so first step is you are going to turn on your stove and let the griddle get hot and spray it with non-stick spray. Good. All right, second step, you are going to get your bread and you are going to butter both sides of the bread. It's very similar to a grilled cheese.
Buttering the bread over here. All right.
All right, next step is you're going to take that tool, the circle, and you are going to press it in the center of the bread and cut out a circle in the very middle.
So I'm going to show you guys what it's going to look like. So press out a circle.
Okay.
So you're basically going to have that.
Perfect. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
And then?
Okay, next step is you are going to take that bread that's buttered on both sides, the outside of it, and you're going to place it onto the skillet. Okay, then get your egg, crack it into a bowl.
Can you hand me that bowl? No. Bowl. That'll work.
There you go. Okay, after it's cracked into the bowl, make sure there are no shells in the egg.
None in this one.
Nope. Good. Okay. So then pour it into the center of the bread. So it's going to kind of make like a little cage or basket, if you will, and it will not let the egg seep out onto the skillet. So that's what that looks like, and that is going to be cooking for a little bit on one side. Okay.
Awesome, perfect. So, will you tell us kind of where this fits in with the food pyramid, I guess it's what they call it, or?
Actually, nowadays it's been updated to something called My Plate. The food pyramid is outdated and we no longer use that. So, My Plate it actually looks like an actual plate and it's divided into sections which have each food group in each section. So half of your plate is going to be fruits and vegetables. So it'll be a fourth of vegetables and a fourth of fruits. And then you're going to have a third of your plate to be, 20% of your plate is going to be proteins. And then you're going to have 30% of your plate grains. And then next to the plate, it'll have a cup as a visual, and that's usually filled with milk to cover your dairy group. So,
Okay.
That's My Plate.
Awesome. So, I guess you can just look up any like online, visuals or anything like that to kind of see what it looks like as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
So what food groups do we have, on My Plate that are covered here?
Okay, so with the egg in the basket, the bread, the outside, is going to be in the grains food group. And grains contain carbs, and carbs are fueling your brain and providing energy for your body. So that's the bread.
Okay.
And then the middle, the egg, is in the protein food group. And protein is good for, it aids your body in healing. So say you fall down and scrape your knee, or say you have a really hard long ball practice and you go to bed and the next morning you wake up sore. Well, if you eat a lot of protein and increase your intake, it'll help your body heal quicker and your body function back to normal without any soreness. So protein aids in healing.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Good to know, especially if you play sports or anything like that. I guess that's why we, protein after you play sports. Like, that's really helpful.
Yeah.
So I actually have, you recommended to, make this a little bit more balanced, and I've got some fruit here as well to make this a little bit more balanced meal to cover all of our food groups. So I've got my strawberries and my blueberries here. So what do those do for you?
Okay, so fruit is full of vitamins and minerals. Also, they're loaded with antioxidants. So antioxidants may be a word you're familiar with, but if you're not, antioxidants are good at protecting the cells in your body from damage. So if you eat a lot of fruit, then you're probably very well off in that area.
Okay, awesome. So you're repairing your muscles with your protein, repairing your cells with the fruit, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. And then we've got one little bell pepper here for our vegetables. And vegetables I read somewhere that vegetables have a lot of fiber, so...
Yes, that's right. So vegetables have a lot of fiber, and they also are full of vitamins and minerals as well. So.
Okay, cool. And then last thing that we've got on the to cover our my plate, I've got a glass of chocolate milk here, which has what in it for you exactly?
So chocolate milk falls into the dairy category of my plate, and it has a lot of calcium in it, which helps build strong bones and keep them durable and not so easy to break them. So they help your bones grow strong.
Awesome. So we're helping your muscles with the protein. We're helping your cells in your body with the fruit, rebuilding cells, and then we've got your bones covered with
the
dairy. And then we've got energy as well as fiber, vitamins, minerals. So as you can see, having a very balanced meal covering all of your food groups is very important for your entire body. So as far as, looking at calorie intake or looking at like nutrients, kind of which one do you want to focus on?
Oh, so I think it's way more important to have a balanced meal than be obsessed with counting your calories. So that's what I tell a lot of my patients and my clients these days, is to don't so much focus on your calorie intake, like don't obsess over it. Mostly just make sure that you're getting a little bit of each food group in your meals.
And especially for growing kids, you're looking at, so what would be the most important thing for growing kids is getting, all of your calcium, all of your dairy, and your fruits and vegetables. I mean, what would you say for kids who, how would they build a meal?
Well, for kids, I know it's hard to get them to sit down and eat a little bit of every food group. So it's good to offer some of each food group on their plate, just so they can pick and choose what they're getting, but they'll be getting some of everything. So if they want to eat like a bite of a strawberry and a bite of their vegetables and have some of their protein, they're at least dipping into every food group just a little bit. So it's good to give them that options.
Right.
But I would say dairy is super important in a growing child's diet, just because they are growing and their bones are going to need support, and they're playing a lot, so they're going to need to be strong. So I think dairy is super important.
Okay, awesome, cool.
Oh, that looks great.
So we've got our finished product here. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to take the camera and show you guys our finished product here. Whoa! So we've got our fruit, our vegetable, and our nest egg there. So all the food groups are covered, little bit of everything. So thanks, Reagan, for explaining what these foods do for your body, and thanks for joining us. If you need any more, resources on what to make during this quarantine time or anything like that, just reach out to us. I'm sure we can find something for you, some easy recipes for kids, things like that. So thanks for joining us, and
Yeah, thanks for having me.
we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.